As a longtime fan of the Mario Party franchise, I couldn't be more excited for the upcoming release of Mario Party Superstars. With classic boards and minigames from the beloved N64 Mario Parties, it's looking like an easy home run for Nintendo, who smartly realized that sometimes you have to go back to move forwards. As a result, I have once again been revisiting the games that started this long-running series in an attempt to get prepared for all the fun that will be had when Mario Party Superstars releases at the end of the month. Even though Superstars will pull minigames from all the numbered Mario Party titles, in this video I will only examine my picks for the best minigames the N64 editions have to offer. This was difficult as there were over 150 plus minigames to choose from, with many excellent ones having to be cut. I don't expect anyone's list to look like mine, so feel free to tell me what your favorite N64 Mario Party minigames are down below. With that said, here are a few honorable mentions before we get to the list. While I'm majorly satisfied with the list of minigames announced for Mario Party Superstars, I am still a little disappointed that one of my favorite minigames from Mario Party 3 didn't make the cut. Frigid Bridges is a terrific 4-player minigame where players have to rush back and forth along an icy path to drop ice cubes in the water to form a bridge to the center island. Along the way, you must dodge Cheep Cheeps and avoid falling into the icy water, as the first person to fix the bridge wins. Aside from the slippery controls that make this minigame volatile, the challenge of keeping your cool if you fall behind is what makes this minigame stand out to me. The euphoria of winning a narrow race because someone fell in the water is incredible, and only surpassed by the gratification of a clean run to first place. It's why it's no surprise this concept was remade in several other Mario Parties, as it's a thrilling minigame that demonstrates why Mario Party can be so fun. While I believe that Mario Party 3 has the weakest overall selection of 2 vs 2 minigames on the N64, it also has my pick for the best 2v2 minigame on the console in Eats a Pizza. Aside from the title of this minigame, what makes this team competition so memorable is how it really encourages cooperation between teammates. Unlike other duo minigames where tasks can feel independent to each player, this is one where you and your partner must have some strategy as to how to devour your half of the pizza. As with most minigames, the controls are simple, amounting to mashing the A button, but the knowledge that toppings take longer to eat gives this 30-second feast a little more depth than it might seem on the surface. Its theme helps separate it from the pack, as it's fitting to see these Italian plumbers wolf down half a pie, and the goofy theme that plays gives this 2 vs 2 battle a level of charm few other minigames can claim to have. Minigames like Toad in the Box highlight how Mario Party's simplicity creates accessible and addictively competitive gameplay. This 4-player minigame only tests your timing skills as players race to see who can free 5 toads from a spinning box above their head. With each progressive toad freed, the box will spin faster, while freeing anything that isn't a toad will slow you down. It's a concept as easy to grasp as any other in the franchise, but still manages to be stressfully exciting. Nothing is more nail-biting than getting hit by a baby Bowser on the 4th level in a close race with someone else, while on the other hand, it's hard to think of something more satisfying than getting a lucky Toad when you're in that frantic state of panic. It's amazing how a game so easy can get your heart rate up, which is why Toad in the Box is one of the 10 best Mario Party minigames on the N64. Crazy Cutters is a brilliant game that appears in Mario Party and Mario Party 2, in which players must try to trace the outline of a Mario baddie as accurately as possible. By requiring good control of the N64 joystick, this is one of the few Mario Party minigames that require some skill and finesse to be good at. While it's slightly more exciting as a battle minigame in Mario Party 2, each game is equal in that they have 3 variations to choose from, preventing it from getting stale or easy. I love the grading system used here and wish more games utilized it because of how much hype is created when the game is over. It's like flipping over your hands in a poker game as you excitedly look at each player's score to see if you won. Seriously, play a game of Crazy Cutters where you feel you did bad, only to realize that you clutched it by 1%, and tell me it's not one of the best Mario Party games on the N64. When it comes to 1v3 minigames, there are few quite as fun as Boulder Ball from Mario Party 3. Whereas most of these lopsided 1 vs 3 games wind up being unbalanced, Boulder Ball is equally fun whether you're by yourself or with a team. When alone, you play a little tower defense minigame where you knock your opponents down a hill with a boulder cannon, while on the flip side, the team of 3 must dodge this barrage of boulders to try and reach the top before the time limit expires. What keeps this balanced is how quickly the solo player can shoot boulders, as it lets them keep up with the coordination of 3 dodging players. It was also smart to have the boulders ricochet off the walls, as it adds an element of unpredictability that keeps the minigame exciting and makes victory feel rewarding. It's my favorite 1v3 minigame on the N64, and while personally 1 vs 3 minigames are my least favorite category in Mario Party, I think if more of them were as dynamic as Boulder Ball, I might be forced to change my mind. Whoever thought it would be a good idea to turn the Super Mario 64 intro screen into a Mario Party minigame was a genius. First appearing as a 4-player game in Mario Party before turning into a battle minigame in Mario Party 2, Facelift is a game that will test players' memories as they try to faithfully recreate an image. Although Bowser is the only modifiable face in the original, Mario Party 2 sees versions for all 6 playable characters, which gives this minigame a ton of variety. I can never get over how goofy it is to stretch Donkey Kong's big head, or make Wario do his best Undertaker impression. I really enjoy the grading system like in Crazy Cutters, as getting a close win to take home the lion's share of the coins is always a great feeling. And though rare, very few things will make you feel more like a god gamer than getting 100% during Facelift. Though I'm a big fan of Mario Party 2's Totem Pole Pound, it feels overshadowed by the superior tile driver from the same game. By combining the ground pound based gameplay with a puzzle that sees you recreate an image much like what we saw in Facelift, we are treated to a fast-paced minigame that is tense and punishing. One wrong ground pound here will see you fall hopelessly behind your competitors, and even jumping too high can give your opponents the opportunity they need to short hop and take the lead. With 3 different variations to choose from, there is a tiny bit of variety, but the true fun comes from the quick decision making you'll need to do to plan the quickest route. And because each tile driver round randomizes the tiles, it's a game that's just as exciting the 10th time as it was the first. Shell Shocked is such an iconic minigame that I feel it could be the basis for its own game if Nintendo really ever wanted to expand on it. This game of survival sees players blast each other with Koopa tanks, with the last player standing being crowned the victor. It's a game of strategy, as being able to strafe on top of straight and lob shots make it one of the most fleshed out Mario Party minigames ever made. And among all the minigames with multiple variations, Shell Shock benefits the most from its 3 unique stages. By having varying amounts of cover in unique locations, Shell Shock creates 3 distinct modes that each require different strategies to win. This makes it both highly replayable and highly competitive, which is also why it's used as the final minigame for Mario Party 2's minigame coaster. Everything about this game works, and whether you're making a comeback with 1 heart or dominating with full health, Shell Shocked is a textbook example of how to make a great minigame. When I think of quintessential Mario Party minigames, Mushroom Mix-Up is one of the first that comes to mind. Known as Hexagon Heat in Mario Party 2, this staple game of the franchise will be making its 4th series appearance in Mario Party Superstars. Its quick, simple, and chaotic nature make it endlessly replayable, as well as one of the most nerve-wracking due to its continually increasing speed and random element. Positioning yourself so an opponent can't get on, or better yet, bounces off your head to their doom, never gets old. And it's especially satisfying if you manage to eliminate someone by stunning them with a ground pound. It's a game I'm never disappointed to see in the game wheel, and in my mind ranks among the best that Mario Party has to offer. If one minigame were to define the Mario Party experience, it would have to be Bowser's Big Blast. Although it requires no skill to win and is completely dependent on luck, one could argue that could easily describe the entire Mario Party franchise itself. What makes Bowser's Big Blast great is how unreasonably intense it is when it is your turn to pick one of the colored plungers. The increased stakes the battle minigames bring only magnifies the tension here, which further multiplies each time your odds of survival drop. The relief felt when the Bowser Bomb steams out is only comparable to the anguish of realizing the counter has started, which is the opposite of how you'll feel if it isn't your turn. And the satisfaction of winning is better than any skill-based game could ever be, as you bask in the defeat of your friends. Though there are similar, completely luck-based games in the Mario Party franchise such as Day at the Races or Merry-Go Chomp, the instant results of each round's choice is what sets Bowser's Big Blast apart. It can change the trajectory of a game, and possibly a friendship, and that's why it's my favorite Mario Party minigame on the N64. Like I said before, it was difficult to pick just 10 minigames, and unlike some of my other rankings, I could probably rearrange these picks in several different orders or swap in some of my honorable mentions and still be satisfied with the result. That being said, what did you guys think of my list? Were some of your favorites in my top 10? Which games did I leave out? Let me know in the comments below, and if you liked this video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe.